the difference maker is just the the personal interest level we take, where it's just more than a job. We really feel passion for serving the clients and really taking care of them. I think the loan officer group we have, it's not about the money, it's about the satisfaction when you're sitting at the closing table with the clients and you've done a good job for them and they're happy, and you see the joy that you bring their families. Helping be a guide for someone when they're going through what quite typically is the largest single investment someone's going to make in their life, their home. For that trust they place in us, it's really satisfying to be able to provide that service. And I think that there's a little bit of a oversimplification of what the mortgage process is really all about, and certainly the ability to close a transaction quickly and with the least amount of brain damage involved, I can appreciate, but there's a tremendous amount of thought that needs to go into the selection of the product itself, and then to be able to sit down with a experienced professional is extremely important to make sure you're making the right choice. And once we've come to that conclusion that this does make sense and the customer does want to move forward, certainly being able to fast track it and use all the technology available to get to the closing table as fast and as efficiently as possible.
I always like to call myself a sports storyteller. My philosophy for doing sports is to be thorough. I like to go behind the helmet. I love to talk to athletes and hear their stories. Catch me every weeknight at 10 on KARE 11.
From sunshine to rainstorms and thunder, even snow. No matter what comes your way, when you think of weather, think of Bell. Chief Meteorologist Belinda Jensen, weeknights at 10 on KARE 11.
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools to help you work on soft hands, all of your dekes and dangles, perfect your one-timer, and improve the power and accuracy of your shot. Find it all online and in stock for immediate shipping at snipersedgehockey.com.
Always on, always moving, always connecting. With a top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere, City and County Credit Union is here when and where you need us. A fast, safe, and contact-free way to manage your money. No matter where you are or what you're doing, be in control of your money with a checking account designed for life on the go. Because life is busy. We get it. Let us help. Visit City and County Credit Union to get started. Insured by NCUA.
The history of Tradition Capital Bank goes back to 2005. There were a couple different companies in existence already, Tradition Mortgage and Tradition Wealth Management. And I had known Eric Hendrickson, the president of Tradition Mortgage. Another gentleman by the name of Reed Evenson knew a gentleman by the name of Tip Ennebeck and said, hey, how cool would it be to start a bank someday to really serve our clients, not only on the mortgage side of things, not only on the wealth management side of the business, but to have a bank that can serve all their needs. And so we literally, with a group of investors back in 2005, $10 million of capital, started Tradition Capital Bank. Since 2005, we've grown every year, year over year, just taking care of clients through relationships. We're all about relationships at Tradition, and we want to take care of our clients well. We started with $10 million in capital, and 15 years later, coming into our 15th year of business, we are now an $850 million bank that has a business banking division that serves small business clients. We have a private banking division that serves clients individually, and we also have a construction development and mortgage business that works nicely with our
I always like to call myself a sports storyteller. My philosophy for doing sports is to be thorough. I like to go behind the helmet. I love to talk to athletes and hear their stories. Catch me every weeknight at 10 on KARE 11.
From sunshine to rainstorms and thunder. Even snow? No matter what comes your way, when you think of weather, think of Bell. Chief Meteorologist Belinda Jensen, weeknights at 10 on KARE 11.
There's no better tradition than hockey. Tradition Companies is proud to serve our community's youth sports. Visit traditioncompanies.com for more information on how we can assist you with your land development, financial services, and home building needs.
What if there was a place where everything was hockey?
Oh, he can skate. Here comes Steves in on goal, all alone.
In Minnesota, there is.
Scores!
Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Hasse Arena in Lakeville, Minnesota. It's the battle of North and South, a great rivalry game, along with Mike Greenlay. I'm Pete Wagner, where it's Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota, right here at the mnhockey.tv, and available on the KARE 11 apps in partnership with KARE 11. We have ourselves a heck of a hockey game here, Mike, and there's tons of interest in this. The Lakeville South Cougars are a great hockey team. Lakeville North, a great hockey team. Cougars are off to a terrific start, but don't sleep on the Lakeville North Panthers.
Well, you know that they're going to come out with the type of effort that's commensurate with this type of game. I mean, you have a border battle. You can talk a lot about whose goaltender is better. You can talk about who has the better offense, who's going to work harder, and that's all important. Heck, the band's even here. But,
I know.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you know, it's whoever manages their game the best and whoever makes the least mistakes, because this kind of game that has high emotion, typically it draws out a few more mistakes just because, you know, heads are all over the place. Focus is a little all over the place as well. So I know both coaches have spoken to their teams with that in mind. emotions need to stay in check.
One of the things that we spoke about with a lot of these coaches has been bringing fans back into the building and the energy and the emotion that brings. And every one of them have talked about it as a realistic thing. And you've been a player at the highest of levels, and you know what it feels like to play in a charged atmosphere. It can change your emotion in the game a little bit.
Yeah, there's nothing better, though. And, that emotion can help you, it can hurt you. I mean, you have to just manage what you're doing and concentrate on what you're doing and just let that raucous crowd steer you one way or the other. And, I used to even love getting booed just because you knew that people were paying attention. So if you're on the road,
means you're doing something right?
Well, I mean, if you're getting booed, then at least someone's watching the game, and there's people that care. So when you're on the road, you want to make them boo a little bit more. But emotions need to be held in check here. Full crowd, the band, everything's here. It's going to be a great game. A lot of effort and a lot of energy in this one.
There will be a lot of effort, energy, as, the JV game looked like it was firmly in hand.
Oh, boy.
For North, right? Up 4-1, out shooting them, I think, after 2, something like 34-7 or something like that.
I'll tell you what, it was right down to the wire. They pulled the goaltender, tied the game, and then even in overtime, right down to the last tick of the clock, they had to wash that goal out because the time had come off the clock, but it was an amazing
So that would have been
comeback.
a game winner for Lakeville North or South?
That would have been for North.
So
if they had scored, if they had counted that goal,
can you imagine?
That would have been Lakeville North's win. But South had to tie the game with only less than a minute left in the game. So what a heck of a game JV brought to us, and hopefully the varsity will do the same.
Well, and these two teams play obviously in the South Suburban Conference. And this is a conference that's been playing some great hockey for sure. And when you look at what Lakeville South's done so far, Mike, on the campaign, they've opened up with a nice quick start at 5-0, where they have wins over a very good Rogers team, 3-1. Blaine is rock solid, too, 6-3. Then they handle 4-0. I'm sorry, this is their 5th game. Then they handle Burnsville 7-2, and then shut out Apple Valley 5-0. So the thing that Josh Storm talked about was he's been pleased with his defenseman because he lost a lot in the blue line last year. Also with his goaltending, he's played them both, and he likes what he's seeing there. The old cliche, offense wins games and defense wins championships.
Well, and he does have a good offensive core, so he knows he's got that. Maybe allows him to concentrate a little bit on team defense. As you said, not the same kind of depth back on the blue line. And the defense or the defensive core, that's something that it's not easy to replace, especially when you're putting in less experience. But, that's when you start playing a little bit more team defense.
Offensively, Tanner Lutke is leading the way. He has 7 points on the season, a carryover from last year, really good hockey player. And Ashton Doms as well has 5 goals on the season, so we'll watch him on the offensive ledger. Now, a guy by the name of Jake Taylor and Jake Ennebeck really well. Of course, you work in the same facility at
Tradition Companies.
There you go. Jake Taylor, this is a guy that he does some stuff. This guy is a workout machine, right? Hard-working guy. He's a great hockey player. His team is going to take on his personality. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Jake Taylor that that's going to be leading this team?
Well, Jake Taylor is with Tradition Wealth Management, and he's a machine. He's a kind of guy where if you're a player and you look at the coach and the coach is in better shape than you are, which he probably is. He's incredible in terms of his conditioning. But that's a great example. That's a great way to lead. Jake Ennebeck, CEO of Tradition Companies, also on the Lakeville North. So these guys, their personality, it probably spreads out onto the ice with these players, because we've talked to a lot of people, and the personality of this team is hardworking, in-your-face type of action, and that's what these two guys on the bench usually bring.
Yeah, they're not going to apologize for anything, are they? They're going to say, you know what, we're going to take that ice, and you got to earn every bit against us. And a 4-3 loss opened the season for the Panthers of Lakeville North to Moorhead, which is a very good hockey team. I saw them last weekend, and I was impressed with what they can do. Well-rounded team. And then they beat the up-and-coming Shakopee Sabres 3-1. That's a really good hockey team as well. So their resume has been a nice start. He likes where his team's at. Really excited is Jake Taylor to see what they will bring as they come into this big test against Lakeville South.
Yeah, they did lose a game the other night to the snowstorm.
They did.
So they
postponed.
Yeah,
right?
postponed. Yeah, I wouldn't say lose it. It was postponed, but so they don't have a lot of games under their belt. But that's where you want to see where your team's at. I think both these teams are going to be able to look at this game as a type of marker for them to see kind of where they're at, and because there's more than just what's on the ice.
Kyle Dahl, Spencer Brosh, and Hayden Connick all lead the way offensively for the Lakeville North Panthers. We'll be watching them. We're a few minutes away from the start of this one. It's raucous here at Hasse Arena in lovely Lakeville, Minnesota, where we'll have the face-off between North and South coming up. We take a timeout. This is Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota. More to come right after this.
Tradition Wealth Management is a full-service financial planning and investment management operation. We start with the comprehensive planning. We're usually the quarterback of all the relationships because we're sitting down and we get to the nitty-gritty details of everything that's going on in each individual family. We look at all the insurance, the investments. We analyze them, help build a plan, help build cash flows, help talk about Social Security, any other aspects that come with people's life. You work hard every day and you want to make sure you give back to the community.
What if there was a place where everything was hockey?
Oh, he can skate. Here comes Steves in on goal, all alone.
In Minnesota, there is.
Scores!
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top quality training tools to help you work on soft hands, all of your deeks and dangles, perfect your one-timer, and improve the power and accuracy of your shot. Find it all online and in stock for immediate shipping at snipersedgehockey.com.
Always on, always moving, always connecting. With a top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere, City and County Credit Union is here when and where you need us. A fast, safe, and contact-free way to manage your money. No matter where you are or what you're doing, be in control of your money with a checking account designed for life on the go. Because life is busy. We get it. Let us help. Visit City and County Credit Union to get started. Insured by NCUA.
The ice has been done, Mike Greenlay. I mean, is there any room for anybody? I don't know.
There isn't any room in the stands, that's for sure.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Is AEW Sting here? Wow, we're not messing around here. Cougars elevating the game. I mean, the Chicago Bulls. Minnesota Wild. There's your flag bearer. There he goes. Look at him wheel. I hope you can see that on your screen. There he goes. He is wheeling. I believe that was Wilson Fritz on the flag bearing from what I could hear. The band is here, Mike. It's absolutely packed. It's nice to be back, isn't it?
It is good to see this much participation.
We'll introduce all 20 varsity players tonight. Now let's welcome the two-time defending South Suburban Conference champions, the three-time defending Section 1 AA champions.
That's been a stronghold here for the Lakeville South Cougars. They're going to introduce the whole starting lineup tonight. As this is their home opener.
Your night 21-22 Lakeville South Cougar varsity hockey team.
There's your Lakeville South Cougars introduced here. Nice touch by the game day operations as we await the Lakeville North Panthers. They're going to take their time, aren't they? Make sure they get those laces a little extra cinched in and bring it on.
Let's welcome the Lakeville North Panthers.
And the Panthers take the ice. We've done enough talking. It's time to get it on now, I would think. All we have left is your national anthem. And we'll get started here from Hasse Arena.
This must be a big game. A lot of pomp and circumstance here.
It was impressive. Well done. Finn Jocks will get the start and goal for the Lakeville North Panthers. Zach Ennebeck will be on the defense. He's a senior. And then also Caleb Hurd will join Ennebeck on the back line. Griffin Kranz will be one of your forwards. And Spencer Bosch will join him up front. And Chase Camilli will be the senior up front. Of course, we mentioned Jake Taylor is your head coach.
And now the starters for the home team, the Cougars from Lakeville South. In the nets, number 33, junior Jack Hawksprung.
Jack Hawksprung, the junior, will get the start and goal. Mason Johnson's one of the defensemen here.
And number 27,
Senior Joe Gensel will join him on the blue line as well. Up front, they're going to have Tanner Lutke. He's been putting the puck in the net. Aiden Willis will join him, wearing sweater number 5. And Ashton Doms will round out the top lineup for Josh Storm. Let's pause now for your national anthem.
This time we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, as our Lakeville South band, under the direction of Nick Castanway, will lead us in our national anthem.
The only thing these two teams have in common is the first part of their team name. Fair to say? Panthers will be wearing their black sweaters with red and white trim. Meanwhile, for the Cougars, it'll be their gold-red sweaters. A little bit of white in their logos. They'll be wearing their white buckets as well. This is games, though, as a kid, you'll never forget. I mean, there's some section finals, but sometimes crosstown rivalry can mean a lot more than a section playoff, right?
Well, they'll talk about this forever. I mean, didn't last week's give us some examples of that with Wayzata and Benilde? I mean, that's the same type of situation where, you know, some of the kids that play for Benilde grew up playing with all the kids from the Wayzata teams and vice versa. So it's pretty cool to see.
And they know each other well.
Yep.
And same thing here. So we'll get ready to drop the puck here, and to take the draw for the Panthers is going to be Spencer Brosh. Lutke will handle the chores for the Cougars as he'll lean in. And we're underway here from Hasse Arena in Lakeville, Minnesota. Gensel will play that one over for Johnson as he'll regroup in his own end. Gensel to the right wing side finds Willis. Now Lutke with it. Doms, he's going to be watched on the play by Camilli, and that's going to be knocked away and turned back up ice by Camilli. Look to the right wing side there for Kranz, and that one's going to work it for an icing call. You know, he talked about the defense, did Josh Storm, and I think I'll be very intrigued here to see what kind of control game they play in possession and see if they work a lot of puck possession off entry or if they're going to play it deep. I'm sure they're going to go possession from what I've seen early. Gensel from the draw. Nice pad save, rebound. Doms was there, but that was shut down by Jacques in goal. Now it's going to be Lutke again, loads up. Jacques gets the glove over. Lutke breaks the stick, and it's covered with the face-off to the left inside the north zone.
A good save there through a screen. A couple of early chances here with South taking a couple of opportunities right off the draw.
Pritchard comes together with Lakeville North's Chet Gibbons. Now Pritchard to the corner, hustling down low. It's going to be Portner. Nice play there by Dahl to pull it out of the zone. They go ahead. That's off the stick too far. Intended there for Jack, and we're going to bring it back into the Panther zone.
So two icings here. Both of them were headman passes by North's defense, trying to hit somebody in stride, trying to hit somebody with speed going into the zone. And both were a little bit errant, but still, you can see the mentality here is trying to move that puck and headman it up the ice.
Connick on the draw. Now played back into the corner by Portner. They'll collide and try to find possession there between the two teams. It's the Cougars who will play it down the rail. That's picked up by Wes Brunello. Right wing on the outlet for Albrecht. That missed the mark. Turnaround attempt there in front by the Cougars. Ernst, that missed the mark, and now it's going to be Lafferty to send that one back in. Jock is there to set up. Now back in behind. It's going to be a delayed offside, and we'll bring it back outside. A very purposeful start is what I would say to this one so far.
Yeah, no one's opening anything up this early. Not this early, but there, like you said, there are attempts here to try and spring a couple players. So far, it's been South with any significant amount of zone time.
Oland and Brosh on the draw, backing off the end boards. It goes for Klein. That's going to be cut off along the way. That was Stone King that made the play for the Cougars. Now Miller behind the net. He's checked, but comes out of the scrum with it. Miller looks back into the corner. They're going to run into a check there. Down deep is Jackson Oland. Now that's going to be picked up by Brosh to the right wing. Here they come. The Panthers out of the zone. They'll bump that off the wall. That was a play by Kranz, and back in behind to the corner it goes. There's a check thrown, shoulder to center. Griffin cuts it off for the Panthers. He's going to play that one back in deep. That'll be cut off by the goaltender, Jack Hochsprung. Now the Cougars control. They're going to flip to center. Klein uses the stick to play that one down over to Griffin on the near side. Griffin to the right wing. That misses Dahl. He gets measured by Lutke, who plays him into the boards. Now off the end wall it goes, as it's the Panthers looking to maintain possession, but Lutke was too quick there. Quick touch pass to the right wing. That's going to be sent in. Submarining the check there was Luke Jack. Now in on the forecheck, Luke Paling was there. And from the left wing side, it's going to be knocked at the blue line. Ennebeck will play that one in for North, as it'll be the Cougars. Willis taking over at center. Willis watched on the play by Hurd. Ooh, he muscles his way in, but Hurd, good positioning there as he'll take the body to the corner. Good support, though, by the Cougars as they keep it alive with Doms. Oh, Lutke can snipe, goes up off the glass. Johnson from the left point. One-timer, that's fanned on by Doms, and that's gathered and played back out of the zone. They spring a pass to center. Handling it off the skates was Jack, as he's going to play this one to the corner. That was that long pass you were talking about, Mike. That one connects, and in the offensive zone go the Panthers.
Couple of stretch passes for sure early in this game by North, trying to get themselves out of that zone with some kind of possession and speed.
Willis back in behind the net. Left wing side it goes for Gensel. Neutral zone was handled neatly there by the Panthers, and in off the glass it goes, and there's Gensel. Came together with Brodeen. And we'll see if they have one or two here. Probably just one.
Yeah, a little extra shot there by Gensel, and that'll cost them a couple minutes.
And that's the one thing that Josh Storm told me before the game that he didn't want to see happen with his team is get pulled into the box, and there it is right out of the chute.
Well, that wasn't even an enticement. That was just straight out roughing penalty.
Dahl with it. Walks down the wall. Willis watches him. Now Brunello from the left side looks down the wing. He'll get it back, but jumping, that's Lutke. And now Jack will come away with it as he plays that one rink wide. Brunello, no, left wing side rather for Paling across the line, wearing the familiar family number 7. Over up on the wing now, it's going to be handled off the stick of Kyle Dahl. Lutke will help it and guide it out. As back into their own zone goes Jamison Klein to regroup. Panthers now will set up the power play breakout. Up out of the zone they go with Brunello. Klein now from the left side across line on entry. Dahl with it, top of the left circle. Now Brunello, wrister traffic, that's blocked off the gear of Lafferty. Finds an opening and flips it high in the air. Length of the ice it goes. 56 to go in the power play. 12-18 in the period. Oh, nice forecheck there on the PK. Portner with a bid, put that one in on goal. Now the Panthers will have to regroup, and they take it deep. Camilli will wait for the carom. Portner's been all over the place here on this penalty kill. Finally, they strip him of the puck, and back up ice they go. Hurd with it. Stopped by Doms. Hurd stays in control. Now Camilli with it. Missed the mark on Hurd. Enneback steps up, plays the body on Miller as he gets it deep with 24 to go in the North power play. 11:42 to go in the period. Back up through center they go to the left wing. Camilli, he's watched on the play. And through center ice, that's Tate Pritchard to clear to the neutral zone, and that's going to be gathered in by Hurd. 5 to go in the power play for the Panthers. Gensel set to step on. He does, and we're even strength. That's Brosh with it. From the corner, it's controlled. Camilli's shallow angle shot was deflected. That off the stick of Mason Johnson, and they're going to work this one down into the corner. Played back in and around. Johnson is there as he looks to Pritchard off the right wing side. That misses the mark. There's Griffin. He's going to tuck that one right back in behind. Oh, nice feed out front. That was in on goal. Nice save. Oh, a big save made there by Hawksprung. He had to be on his toes there. That one came out of nowhere. Quick pass from the end wall. Ooh, getting away from a check there was Kranz. Nice play. Griffin now. Shot that's off some gear. Back in behind it goes. Cougars look to get some possession, but can't as the Panthers keep the pressure on. That was all carryover from the power play, Mike.
Well, they definitely turned the tables with some of the momentum. When you get on your heels because you're killing a penalty, sometimes you stay there. A couple of good passes that finally connected with North getting the puck into the offensive zone, and as you said, a kind of a surprise toss out front there that almost found its way home.
Again, a 50-50 battle off the end boards. That one's knocked away. Lutke's pulled down, and it's going to be a power play now for the Cougars, as I believe that's Wes Brunello that's going to hit the bin.
Well, I think his claim was that his stick was held, but instead he gets the gate with a hook.
Johnson to Willis. Willis back up to Johnson. That one back in the corner. Miller is bothered on the play. Now Lutke with it. Shallow angle. Nice save made there by Jacques. Up to the line. It's played down by Johnson. Willis comes together. Ooh. There it is. I mean, that was the old bear hug there.
Yeah,
that was almost a submission hold.
I'll tell you what, though. That was sold really well. I'll tell you right now that Gibbons' feet came right up in the air, and he sold that really well. Yes, it was a hold, but I don't know. That was when both his skates come up in the air and they're both against the boards, you got to wonder.
So now we're 4-on-4 for a minute 22 more to go.
Willis off the hole, time to penalty, 7:32.
Back in behind the net. Cougars will play this one D to D. They walk out of the zone. Portner turns it over. Johnson recovers. Dahl on the forecheck with Brodin up high in the slot. Now it's Portner with it. Back in behind the net, 4-on-4. Cuts back against the grain. Portner has Pritchard with him in the neutral. 3 across for the Panthers. Pritchard plays that up to the line. Johnson will walk and shoot. Glove save. Reaching out with the catch glove was Jacques as he knocks that down and hangs on. Face off to his right.
Well, it's been a special teams type of game so far. Both teams have someone in the box right now. A little bit more maneuverability out there right now with the 8 skaters on the ice.
Now it's Camilli, Klein, back in across the line. You know, with 8 skaters as opposed to 10, it is. There's not a lot of real estate, is there? Lutke. Back up through center ice he goes. Pulled that one through traffic. Jock is there to steer that one aside. Now it's Sender with it. Lost the handle. Doms is there. Now the Panthers will have an abbreviated power play for 33 seconds. Lutke back in behind the net. Smart play to center. Sender's going to send that right back in. Brunello is there. 7:50 to go in the first. No score. Cross the line. Loads and shoots. Ooh, that came up high. And that was handled neatly there by the Lakeville South goaltender, Jack Hochsprung.
No one really taking control of this game so far.
It feels a little cautious, doesn't it?
Oh, very much so. Some good plays, but also very conscious team defensively, which is what they need to have right now.
Back behind the net it goes. Brodin is there. Now it's Klein. We're 5-on-5 now. Ooh, nifty move down low. Hochsprung the save. That was a look there by Brodin to the line. Wrister. Oh, and a nice save by Hochsprung. Squirts free. Brodin again up to the line. Quick snapper through traffic. That misses the mark. That came in from up high by Wes Brunello. Now it's going to be Stone King. He's got a 3-on-1, and they missed the mark. You saw where he was going with that back the other way. 3-on-1. Connick to the right wing. He's open down low, and the save made there by Hochsprung.
3-on-1s both ways, and neither one got a shot on goal.
Wow. Back in behind.
Trying to force passes a little too much.
Ooh, they blow a tire here in the neutral zone. Now, if you fall like that and you can make the play, should that be an icing?
Good question.
Just curious.
Go ask the guy in the stripes.
Nah, I won't. He'll say yes. Right. Shots are 4-3 in favor of the Cougars. The goaltenders have been steady in this tense one so far. Nice save made off the shot by Jack. Back up to the line. Griffin shot again and on goal. That's turned aside. Gensel now He'll work this one up through center and offside at the line. I think the North staff is looking for an interference call there, saying the only reason we were offside is we were helped. Face-off win by the Cougars. Gensel will take that from Johnson. Plays that back in behind. Jock will set up. Paling waiting on it. Over to the right wing side it goes. Jack will bump that one in behind. That's set up by Hawksprung behind the net. Oh, look out. To the far corner it goes. Check comes away. He had Paling up to the top of the slot. And now it's going to be Willis across the line. He has some help coming with. Willis, nice little move. Opens up to the off wing. Stripped away from Ludke. Nice play there. Back up the ice comes Jack from the left wing. Willis now to the corner as Jack will follow through and play the body there. Nice job to get it over to the far side, but that's going to be picked off by Brosh. Up to the line, one-timer. That one over the top of the goal by Ennebeck. And now to the right wing side it goes. On the stick of Patterson. Stood up by Ennebeck to the corner. Klein comes away with it. He has Camilli with him to the left wing, but the forecheck is on. That's by Ashton Doms. Pushed around the far wall by Ernst. Now it's going to be picked up by Portner. That was Brosh, rather. Now there's a chance out front. That's Portner with the look. There was Ernst. Now it's going to be picked up by the Panthers. Camilli tries to jump to the forehand, but Sender had a play on him. Klein was there. Now it's Brunello. Jock is going to steer it up to the neutral zone. They're going to guide that in.
Too many men on the ice, I think, is going to be called. Going to be called against South.
So Ernst will serve, and we'll have the third power play of the period for the Lakeville North Panthers. In a sold-out Hasse Arena in Lakeville, Minnesota. There's a wrister through traffic. Bounding puck off the side of the net. Camilli back up to the line. Brunello, wrister. That's stop. Oh, a nice pad save. Hawksprung with a couple of beauties there.
Lakeville North's done a very good job just getting pucks through. Not really hard shots, but those can be confusing if there's a screen or some rebounds there. So loose change around the crease might be the way that they're going to score.
Forcing the goaltender to handle the puck, right? Awkward situations. Doesn't come off the pads the way you want it to necessarily. But also, just from an overall flow of the game, the power plays have clearly aided Lakeville North in having some offensive zone time 5-on-5 as well. From the right wing side now, Portner, watched by Paling. Jack is there with the body. Here's Doms. He'll load and shoot. That's blocked by Hurd. Now it's going to be picked up by Jack as he's checked on the play by Portner. And it's going to be the Panthers in control down low with Caleb Hurd. Here comes Hurd straight up the middle. 3.5 to go in the period. 42 in the power play. Hurd across the line. Loses the twig. Big collision there. And they'll pick that up as Johnson and sling it the length of the ice. Jock will set up. He better hurry because here comes Miller. And quickly finds Hurd back up ice. Now Ennebeck with it across the line. Pulls it wide to the left side. Carries deep. He's going to be watched in deep defensively there by Joe Gensel. Stays with it. Ennebeck up high. Quick snapper through traffic. That's blocked in front by the defensive Joe Gensel, and all the way down the ice it goes. Hurd once again will take over. To the left wing for Camilli. Camilli now finds his man across the line and on goal. That one over the top of the net by Brosh. Brosh with a nice give and go there. Now Griffin with it. Loses an edge up high, 3-on-1, our third of the game. Here's a look toward the shallow or short side there. That one goes over the top of the goal by Stone King, but instead deep they go with Gensel. He'll edge his way back out of the corner. Gensel with it, loses the handle. And now it's Camilli strong on the stick there. 3-on-2. Camilli, right wing pass. That one's in on goal. That's knocked away. And now Camilli again will take over possession up high. He's going to carry this one, works it down to the left wing side. That's going to be Hayden Connick on it. Now they go to the far corner. That's blocked away. Stone King leaves that one up. On his way out of the zone was Willis, but he was stopped. Tried to play that one through. Klein comes away for the Panthers. Over to the near side he goes. That's going to be Connick with it as he controls through center. They're going to guide that one in. Big check in the neutral zone, paying the price for the squad. He got it deep, though. Here come the Cougars again with numbers through center. Now Willis with it. Willis loads and shoots. It looks like everybody's vacated the neutral zone here, Mike. Back to the corner. It's Ludke with it.
You don't want to play there anyway.
Yeah, why? There's a shot in on goal. Dom's a save. Puck's loose. He raised the stick. Oh, that one trickled off the post, and a big chance there. Gathered and played out of the zone. Here they go with it. Griffin Kranz across the line. He plays that one in behind. Now the Cougars with it. A dicey moment there for the Panthers down low. Now Sender gains the center. He gets away from one man. He's stick checked by Paling. He chips the glass to center as Patterson will regroup with under a minute to go here in the first period. Not a lot of whistles here in this period other than for a couple of infractions. Ernst now heard over the near boards. Paling comes away with that, pulls that from Pritchard. Paling lets a shot go. He might have kissed part of the crossbar there. That one came in and kind of took the goaltender, Jack Hochsprung, by surprise. Ernst with a shot, misses the mark. We're under 30 seconds to go now with 25 in the period. Back to the corner. Ernst is there. Panthers calmly flip to center. Lafferty now will come away with it as Paling watches him. In to help out as well as John Novak, and a penalty coming up again on the Cougars behind the play.
Well, that's been a bit of a story here for South, and I believe their coach said that's exactly what they did not want to do, and that is march to the penalty box. They were aware that they might get goaded into things, and it doesn't look like they're really being drawn in. It seems to be self-inflicted here.
Yeah, you get it too many and then a drag a guy down and an extra shot after the whistle. Those are things you can control, right? 10 seconds to go in the period. Face-off win by the Panthers. Hurd off the glass. Ooh, they tried to find Brosh in front. Instead, Lutke gets it. He's going to clear it the length of the ice. That's going to do it for the period. We're scoreless after one. A tense battle here from Hasse Arena.
Yeah, very entertaining period. But, as you'd mentioned earlier, both teams being fairly cautious in terms of the way they manage the puck, but maybe not so much how they manage the penalty box. So we'll see if that gets straightened out for the second period here.
Well, and if it can change the flow for Lakeville South, for sure. We'll take a timeout. We'll have more coming up here from Hasse Arena in Lakeville, Minnesota. The Cougars nothing, the Panthers nothing. This is Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota. Back with more right after this.
The difference maker is just the personal interest level we take, where it's just more than a job. We really feel, a passion for serving the clients and really taking care of them. I think the loan officer group we have, it's not about the money, it's about the satisfaction when you're sitting at the closing table with the clients and you've done a good job for them and they're happy, and you see the joy that you bring their families. Helping be a guide for someone when they're going through what quite typically is the largest single investment someone's going to make in their life, their home. For that trust they place in us, it's really satisfying to be able to provide that service. And I think that there's a little bit of a oversimplification of what the mortgage process is really all about, and certainly, the ability to close a transaction quickly and with the least amount of brain damage involved, I can appreciate, but there's a tremendous amount of thought that needs to go into the selection of the product itself, and then to be able to sit down with a experienced professional is extremely important to make sure you're making the right choice. And once we've come to that conclusion that this does make sense and the customer does want to move forward, certainly being able to fast track it and use all the technology available to get to the closing table as fast and as efficiently as possible.
I always like to call myself a sports storyteller. My philosophy for doing sports is to be thorough. I like to go behind the helmet. I love to talk to athletes and hear their stories. Catch me every weeknight at 10 on KARE 11.
From sunshine to rainstorms and thunder, even snow. No matter what comes your way, when you think of weather, think of Bell. Chief Meteorologist Belinda Jensen, weeknights at 10 on KARE 11.
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools to help you work on.
And we welcome you back to the Hasse Arena here in Lakeville, Minnesota. 0-0 after one. Joining us now is Matt Harrington, who's part of our MNHockey.tv crew. And Matt, we got a really special week coming up that we want to talk about real quick. It's the Edina Holiday Classic. I mean, you grew up a Cretin-Derham Hall kid. Now you're a Bradley graduate. I even screwed up my own joke.
There you go.
But, there's something special about that. From the outside looking in, having been there 4 or 5 years in a row, what is it about the Edina Holiday Classic that we're going to have from bell to bell on the MNHockey.tv that's so special?
Yeah, you really got a handful of great teams. Typically every year you find Edina, Eden Prairie's up there as well in the AA rankings. Grand Rapids and Elk River are both in our MNHockey.tv top 10. Some really good quality teams going to be at Braemar Arena. Really good action. Check it out.
Well, when you look at it, Edina is clearly, I think they've surprised everybody. I think, I wasn't sure what to think. I think some people thought they'd be good. They've got a whole team's worth of players strewn throughout the metro on public schools, on private schools. I mean, they bailed. And you're going, okay, well, what do we got left? A lot of good players. And they've been putting the puck in the net with an alarming rate. They've been playing with pace and tempo. They've got depth. They've got defensemen. And they've got some goaltending that's working for them. So they're number one.
They are.
Okay. Grand Rapids could have been close to number 2 if they took care of business up north. But did that happen?
No.
It did not, did it?
No.
Okay, so they lose at OT to Roseau, very good hockey club. Top 10 here on the MN Hockey TV rankings. By the way, are there any other rankings that matter?
I don't believe so, no.
No, because these are the accurate good ones. So just go to ours, okay? They're on Twitter, presented by Tradition Companies, also presented by Sniper's Edge, and our whole crew. We love it. And then Elk River is 5-1. And what really impressed me is that they're kind of pounding teams they should beat, but they're pounding them. So I think they're going to be a very interesting matchup for those other 3 teams this weekend as well.
Yeah, and I think Grand Rapids as well. You mentioned their overtime loss to Roseau. And I believe they also lost in overtime to Warroad as well. So they played a couple of really good teams.
Back-to-back 4-3 overtime losses. But if you want to be among the best, you got to beat the best. In order to be the man, you got to beat the man.
That's right.
Didn't happen. They get tucked down to number 10. Number 9.
A chance to rejuvenate themselves.
Well, they can come up with a sweep, and we'll be loving them again. We love the Thunderhawks. We love them all. So we've got a really special week of high school hockey coming for you. It's going to be an awesome situation. Be sure to check it out. I've got a special package set up on the MNHockey.tv. If you don't have our high school season package of 1,500 boys and girls varsity games at $89.95, which breaks down to 6 cents a game. Okay, well, we'll give you these 3 for $24.95. If you want to dip your foot in the pool, go for it. We've got some great matchups along the way. It's 0-0 here. This is the very, very special Tradition Companies Hockey Night Minnesota, of course, right here on KARE 11 and the MNHockey.tv. Back with more right after this.
Tradition Wealth Management is a full-service financial planning and investment management operation. We start with the comprehensive planning. We're usually the quarterback of all the relationships because we're sitting down and we get to the nitty-gritty details of everything that's going on in each individual family. And we look at all the insurance, the investments. We analyze them, help build a plan, help build cash flows, help talk about Social Security, any other aspects that come with people's life. You work hard every day and you want to make sure you give back to the community.
What if there was a place where everything was hockey?
Finding escape. Here comes Steves in on goal, all alone.
In Minnesota, there is.
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools to help you work on soft hands, all of your deeks and dangles, perfect your one-timer, and improve the power and accuracy of your shot. Find it all online and in stock for immediate shipping at snipersedgehockey.com.
Always on, always moving, always connecting. With a top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere, City and County Credit Union is here when and where you need us. A fast, safe, and contact-free way to manage your money. No matter where you are or what you're doing, be in control of your money with a checking account designed for life on the go. Because life is busy. We get it. Let us help. Visit City and County Credit Union to get started. Insured by NCUA.
We welcome you back to Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota. All of our coverage made possible, of course, by Tradition Companies. They've been a staple here with yours truly for many of the past years, and I'm very appreciative of everything they've done for us to be community-based, bring high school hockey to all of us, and make it a special scenario for everybody. Also presented by TRIA, City County Credit Union, St. Cloud State, and also KARE 11, a huge partner in here helping us promote and bring these games to a higher level. If you have the KARE 11 streaming app, or if you want to watch it on KARE 11's YouTube channel or our YouTube channel at MN Hockey TV, that's fine. It's also available on KARE 11 Roku and Fire TV apps. So it's all available, and we put together all these fancy ways you can watch the game on your big screen at home, and hopefully you're enjoying what we are bringing for you here tonight. This is a very tense, scoreless battle. The power plays have been aplenty for the Lakeville North Panthers. They're on their fourth power play now, as one started 10 seconds remaining in the period, as they have been thwarted, though, by the Lakeville South Cougars, who have been working the PK pretty well. And, one of the things the coaches talk about are the special teams. And I ask a lot of these coaches along the way, how much time do you guys spend on special teams? Mike, there's some guys early on that don't even look at it. They just want to play well. And then there's another group that says, you know what, it's everything, and we got to get it down early. I don't know where you stand in that, but I do think it's important, and right now it's been a big part of this game.
Well, it's a difference maker, and I don't think you need to pour all your time into it, but I think early in the season, when you have time to practice, and usually you have more time in the early part of the season, and better practices in the early part of the season. You don't have injuries. You don't have scheduling getting cramped up because of postponed games or anything like that. That's when you got to work on it early on, but you don't have to pour yourself entirely into it.
Well, I'm old school, and I come from this school of thought. Willard Eichela, when I started coaching in 87 and Edina, basically said to every Bantam coach, no matter what level you are, every kid should play on the power play, every kid should play on the penalty kill. I'd rather you keep the lines together to do that. So then everybody has an opportunity. This is what we're doing, and then we would just do it. And then when they got to them, they already know what they had to do. And it started young, and that was back in the day. Now everything's obviously changed, and things are tougher with how people see things. And I'm coaching this team, I'm going to do it my way. But I do think it really is helpful from that perspective. It really comes down to isolating and knowing how to get 2-on-1s. That's really all you're trying to do.
Well, that's the argument about that too. I think it has to do with the organization, the youth organization. I mean, that should be a philosophy that runs all the way through, regardless of what one coach wants to do or another. Because in theory, if these kids are going to grow up, most of them at least, are going to grow up in that youth organization and then try to play for their high school team. And it's better that they've all played together at some point or played those situations at some point. So I would argue that. And like I said, the one coach that wants to be a superstar, I don't necessarily agree with that.
The resume builders, I call them, right?
Whatever, yeah.
Exactly. But it's true, and sometimes you got to check it at the door, and it can make that part of the game that much easier for these guys at the high school level to be able to get things going for sure. I mean, if you're Jake Taylor, right now, you're feeling pretty good with the way your team's establishing their identity in this game, don't you think?
I think that since the penalties started to roll a little bit, they've really taken a lot of the momentum. They've had better puck possession. They've been headmanning the puck a lot better. And even if they aren't connecting on some passes, it's still getting the puck into the offensive zone. So still 0-0 though, and there's momentum shifts all over the place. But right now, again, South has a penalty, and so North will try and piece something together.
Josh Storm's team has really shown the ability to open things up, and they can turn open ice into a 3-on-1 quickly. We've seen 2 or 3 of those so far this first period. Here we are in the second now. Face-off win's so important, and that was Lucky who won that early on to start the period. And they've hemmed back the Panthers twice now as they now gain possession to open up the period. Brodeen was there, and now it's going to be played ahead to Lutke. He gets away from one man, puts on the brakes, finds Willis, as Willis will try to play that one deep. And now they'll work this one back up for Jack. Jack is got a penalty coming up, I believe, on the Panthers.
Well, Brodeen was trying to, it looked like, get back on side. And he ended up running into the back of Mason Johnson and knocking him down, and that's why he ends up getting the interference call. But we've seen both teams employ the tactic of helping the opposition offside and keeping them there.
Back in behind the net it goes. So now we got 4-on-4 for 55 seconds. Brodeen goes 2 minutes for interference, as that's going to be steered aside by Lakeville South's Hochsprung in goal. Now to the near side, it's going to be Ryder Patterson with it. Looks up for Doms off his stick. And Hurd will play that over for Ennebeck to the left side. Ennebeck across the line. He's watched on the play by Wyatt Sender, and they're going to be offside at the line.
Games like this test coaches for a lot of reasons, and one of them is you alluded to a little bit earlier, and that is keeping your lines together, keeping the sequence, and keeping guys' minutes in check and managing that. I mean, when you have penalties, power plays, penalty kills, you're doing all kinds of things. It's tough to really get a rotation that you'd normally have 5-on-5.
Off the glass, get that rhythm and the flow where you feel like you're really engaged in the game. Hurd with it. Watched by Stone King. Hurd will have to bump that off the boards, but the Cougars take over down low with Tate Pritchard. Now Patterson's shot, that's off Hurd. Now Camilli there from the left side. Cougars are at full strength. Their power play now for 55 more seconds. Brosh for Ennebeck, deflected off Patterson's stick. And now Lutke waits for it at center as he tries to get past his man in the neutral zone, and a nice play there by Gibbons as he stayed strong on that puck. Now Patterson behind the back, but there's a puck played right back in by the stick of the Panthers number 19, Jet Gibbons. Right wing side it goes, Sender with it. Now Willis across the line. Willis will open up to the forehand, forced wide and waits for a little bit of help. 20 to go on the power play. Johnson for Willis, watched by Klein. Back in behind for Lutke. Lutke will walk and play back up for Johnson. Taps that one back over. Gets it back. Here's Lutke on the move. His shot high off the glass. Willis couldn't get his handle on that one. Into the Cougar zone it goes as the Panthers are now at full strength, 5-on-5. Willis across the line as he stood up on the play. Back in and around it goes. That's Miller with it. Lutke walks out of the end boards. Skilled player there. Domsch back behind for Willis. They look for Lutke. Nice quick move there, and here they come back through center with Klein. Ooh, he nearly sprung his man. Kicked ahead off the skates by Brodin behind as he's wrapped up. Stays with it. Brodin sends a pass to the slot. That's deflected by Johnson. Stick up and out of play it goes. And we have 13:33 to go here in the second period. We're scoreless. Hey, Mike, could we have another nothing overtime game coming here?
Oh, bite your tongue.
I'm bleeding.
I don't mind if it's 0-0 with lots of chances like we had that last game.
That was
This
intense.
one's a little bit more of a chess match right now.
It really is. And a back off the draw, plays that off the boards, backpedaling in his own zone. Now it's Lafferty. To the near side it goes for Novak as he plays through center. That's off the stick of Brunello. In deep it goes. Portner was there. He gets it back on his way down low. Now Portner, shallow angle, holds and shoots. A nice save made there. Jock squared up off the side of the crease. To center ice, it's off the stick of Ennebeck, who will gather and play in deep behind. Hochsprung plays that around to the near boards. Ernst is there. Novak to the corner. Now it's picked up on the stick of Ben Portner as he's going to play this one out of the zone. Here they come 3-on-3 through center. Portner lost the handle. Guides that one in wide as that's turned aside. And now it's Pritchard holding and shooting. Scores! Oh, a seeing eye shot from up high by Pritchard. The Cougars lead 1-0.
Well, Lakeville North have been trying to do that very same thing. Just get pucks on net and hopefully get them through a screen or through the crowd. And this one just found its way through a lot of bodies and into the back of the net.
And that was one of those ones, Mike, where it wasn't a blast. It was sort of just chipped in on goal and worked its way through a seeing eye puck through screens and to the back of the net. Cougars lead 1-0. Here's Johnson in back in behind the net. Cougars play this one through. Pritchard with his third of the season, or fourth of the season rather. That one's blocked away. They look for Jack through center. Here's Jack, cuts the open forehand, and that's going to be blocked. Now Gensel comes away with it for the Cougars as he tries to shovel to center as Jack will gather. Off the boards, Paling guides that one in and around all the way to the near boards it goes. Gensel will backhand that off the stick of Stone King to the neutral. Klein will take over for the Panthers off the boards, left wing. That's going to be handled by Brodin. Camilli ahead now. Klein will chase this one down. Had Jack trolling, knocked away by Gensel. Back to center ice it goes. Miller, Klein pulls that one away. They got numbers across the line. Camilli shot was blocked by Johnson. Nice defensive play there. Griffin will hustle back to gather in for the Panthers as he plays it to Klein, D to D. Griffin back over for Klein. Johnson off his skate. Kranz will bring some heat. Now Willis will take over. Willis gathers. Right wing off the pass for Lutke. Ooh, that hopped the stick of Willis. There's been a lot of mishandles here tonight like that. Pucks seem like they're bouncing a little bit, Mike. I don't know if it has anything to do with the bodies in here, but I've been seeing a little bit of that going on. There's a shot. Oh, a save. That one came from center, almost like Pritchard's.
Well, it has been fairly physical, so maybe it's footsteps.
Yeah, there's that. Now Lutke's going to go. He gets a hook.
Well, right back to the sequence, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's well. Here's where Lakeville North has to take advantage of one of these because they've either not had any chances or they've taken one themselves and turned it into a 4-on-4.
Well, and then when the marbles change pockets, it usually bites you back the other way, doesn't it? Panthers will control with Brunello. Over for Klein, back to Brunello. He's going to set up shot behind the net. Doms backpedals out of the zone. They're going to give them some room on the breakout. Now Jack, nice job to keep that one. Dahl, Jack in front, scores! Oh, you couldn't write up a power play breakout and entry better than that. We're tied at 1.
Well, good thing the glass is there because both these teams would have jumped right into the stands.
Lambeau leaps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow, that was a pretty play. My goodness. A great job. Just, again, a good feed. If you're hitting guys in stride, gives them such an advantage. And he was able to break in just a high backhand shelf and tied this game. And they finally, as I mentioned, took advantage of that power play. Although that looked like the kind of rush that would score 5-on-5 without question.
Well, we've got a lot of calls here tonight because I'm the one that brought up the 0-0, jinx that, and then there you were saying they got to do something here, and there that happened. So what's next?
Careful what you wish for.
All right. Back up through center they go with it. Hurd at a back calmly knocks that away from the oncoming Ernst, who had some speed. That gets underneath the stick of Pritchard. The power play goal came at 6:47. Pritchard shot, nice save, Jock. Squared up neatly. Now Portner. Shot again by Pritchard. That's blocked by the defense, and here come the Panthers. They have numbers through center. 3-on-1 across the line. And back up in the play. Oh, it's defense by Johnson. Wow.
Just waited a little too long there. That needed to be a shot earlier or even a pass, but just hung on to it way too long, trying to wait for the perfect play.
Yeah, here's numbers again. Camilli. Now it's Portner. Kranz looked out front, missed Camilli on that one. Now it's going to be Johnson with it. He has to hurry. There's sticks all over him. Gibbons plays the body on Ernst and icing the call. Yeah, you have the 3-on-1. If you wait too long, you turn it into a 1-on-1.
That's exactly what he did, and he got stick checked and no opportunity. There's been, for both teams, quite a few odd man rushes. And I'm talking, to the tune of 3-on-1s.
We've seen a lot of energy through the neutral zone on turnovers both ways. It's been absolutely incredible. Now Miller with it. Kranz comes away. Shovels that in on the backhand. Sender will swing that around the wall. That's deflected. Played off the skate and back up through center, and in deep it goes. That's Oland on the forecheck. They came with energy, and here come the Panthers gathering it in. Off the glass, underneath Sender's stick. No ice on the play. Patterson will regroup for the Cougars back into his own zone. Oland will deflect back into the neutral zone. Now it's in the possession of Griffin as he's dumped on the play by Miller with a nice forecheck behind the net. Dahl comes away with it, quick hands, but it's pulled away from him. Miller stands up his man. From back in behind they go. Now it's going to be Gibbons with it. And the Panthers back out of the zone they go. Stone King watching him. Jack is there. A big check on the near side. Patterson was on the front end of that delivering as he brought down Gibbons, and a delayed penalty coming up. Another one on the Cougars and a big check off the end boards. How's she going? Gibbons returned the favor, and now he waved him to the box. You don't think they aren't passionate out there?
Well, and this is exactly what we spoke about. Coaches wanted the passion, but they also wanted to keep the emotions in check.
Absolutely.
And a little too aggressive a couple times, and it's cost a penalty or two here. And now Lakeville North has something to work with.
Josh Storm was having some words with the official, and they chatted. And right as the official skated away, something was said. He turned back. I thought, uh-oh, we're going to get another one here. But he let it go. Klein from the right point, watched by Lutke. Lutke wins the battle and slaps that one the length of the ice. Jock will set up as it's going to be Brunello with it. They'll swing on the power play breakout. We saw him score this way a couple of moments ago. Klein from the left wing, watched by Miller, guides it around behind for Jack. Jack will play back in behind. Waiting on that one was the Panthers' Kyle Dahl, but it's going to be Brunello. That was off a stick. Klein rattles around the slot. A shot on goal by Paling. Stopped there by Hawksprung. Back to the neutral, glove down by Brunello. Paling better hurry to get back on. They're off at the line.
Well, Paling was all around the crease with his skates, his stick. Puck was bouncing around in there. If he gets a hold of that one, it's in the net, but it just kind of eluded him. It was always just off the back heel of his skate.
That puck had a little bit of a hop to it, too. 1:15 of power play time, 7:02 of the second. We're tied at 1. Albrecht plays in behind. Hawksprung sets up Gensel, slaps that off the boards, gets past the skate of Ennebeck, and all the way down it goes. Jock will set up as he awaits the setup there by Caleb Hurd. Now it's Brosh with it. Left wing on the feed. Camilli is wedged on the play. Puck sits free. It's going to be gathered and played back in and out of the zone by the Cougars. Now Hurd will come away with it. 40 to go. Boy, it's been a fast-moving PK for the Cougars. Ennebeck flips that one through. Oh, nearly a bounce off the skate there of Gensel. Now Ennebeck goes rink wide for Hurd. Left wing in front of the bench area. Oh, nice feed to Brosh down low. Knocked away by Portner. Brosh off the boards. Camilli tried to guide that to Gensel. Poked away. Here they come with Doms across the line. On the off wing. Cuts to the forehand. Blocker pad save. Rebound! Into the net they go. Boy, that rebound looked awfully dangerous there for the Panthers as the Cougars were bidding for a shorty.
Well, if you can kill a penalty in the other zone, that's great, but face-off will come down in that end, and that was knocked off by Lakeville North, who just, again, they keep in mind, when they scored that power play goal, it was on a line rush, so they still haven't really set up necessarily in the offensive zone with the power play that much, and
possession on the power play offensive zone time has been minimal when you think about the number that they've had, as the Cougars now at full strength. In on goal, Hawksprung the save, the rebound, sent back in by Connick. Hawksprung makes the save. Pulled back in behind. Sender plays around to the near boards. Gets muddy on the wall, but back out of the zone they go with Oland. Looks toward the middle for Miller. Shot that one sent over wide of the mark by Patterson. Nice battle out of the corner there by Miller. Low in the slot area. That's knocked out. Oh, my word.
I don't know if that's, maybe it's a late hit.
Interference, maybe?
It's called interference, but the puck was in his feet when he got hit. So I'm wondering how you call that interference.
We'll see.
It's
Yep.
Maybe he felt it was just a little bit late when the puck was already gone. So at power play opposite way now.
1-1 here in the second, Mike. Now we get to see if the power play for the Cougars can gain some possession in the offensive zone. Gibbons goes for interference. Here comes Johnson. He's going to leave that one behind. Spinorama by Lutke. Lutke across the line. Student section love that. Now it's Johnson with it. Back over for a shot. Nice pad save. Jock is as cool as a cucumber in there. Took that one away from Willis. Nice save.
He's stopping all the ones that he's seeing, for sure.
Yeah.
The one that went in found its way through a crowd.
Johnson carries wide. Back into the corner he goes. Now there's a puck that's off Dom's stick and a long pass ahead by Hawksprung for Willis. Lutke with him at the line. Now they find Lutke. He's dangerous down low. Knocked away from him. 57 to go on the power play. Lutke now guides that up for Willis to Johnson top. Now left wing side for Doms. Back up for Johnson. He'll look back down low. That's deflected behind the net. Lutke is there. Looks for some room. Oh, a quick setup and a nice bid there that Klein blocked from Willis off the side of the net. Now it's going to be Doms with it. That one's off the stick of Miller. Here comes Klein quickly up ice. 2-on-2 at the line. He's just going to muscle this one deep. 25 to go on the power play. Willis pins up Klein. 2 Cougars there as the crowd are applauding their approval here for the Panthers on that effort on the PK. Now Portner with one last rush. Back up ice. He's brought down. Penalty coming up. That's going to be Camilli for a trip. And goaltender to the ice. Stone King shoots. Oh, crossbar. Puck's loose. Still loose. Oh! That one played to the corner in possession. And as Gibbons steps out, Camilli will step in. And we'll see a second straight power play now for the Cougars.
This is where you want plenty of penalty killers, because if you keep marching to the box, you're going to have to put the same guys out there.
I think Camilli was basically saying I didn't try to. And I think the ref basically says doesn't matter.
Minor penalties have called on the Panthers. Number 16, Chase Camilli, 2 minutes for tripping. Camilli off for a trip.
Off the glass to center. Now it's Portner with it. Plays that one ahead for Pritchard. Into Klein's gear. Now at the line, it's going to be Lafferty. Portner loads. Nope, plays it over to the right wing side. Klein tried to peel that away. He's muscled off that one. That was a nice play by Pritchard. They keep the line. Oh, no, they don't. Gensel thought he had it.
Well, that was a good
Offside
break.
at the line.
Good break for Lakeville North, because one of their defenders, Klein, had lost his stick. And if that wasn't offside, you'd have yourself a little, 5-on-3.5. Is that what we call that?
Yeah, I would say a little mismatch there. Take advantage of that. Lutke and Brosh will square off in the circle. Doms comes away with it. Over for Johnson. Johnson from center will play the glass in and around Jock. Doms takes the carom from the left side as he'll look down low. Now Johnson has it. Up high, top of the circle. Johnson now. Nope, goes back over. Willis plays that for Lutke. Holds and looks to the left wing side. That's Doms. Fans on that one.
Does Lutke ever control the puck well? Man.
Oh, scores! What a feed from off the far side of the post. They go against the grain. Off the skate of the goaltender, Jock, and into the back of the net. That's Doms for the 2-1 lead on the power play for the Cougars.
Yeah, just a quick little feed around the goal mouth. but they control the puck really well on that power play. They have the zone, spend enough time down there, they get the lead.
Around the wall it goes. The Panthers work the forecheck. 2 minutes to go here in the second period. 3 goals here in this session. Gibbons with it. Lays that one ahead. That was Paling across the line. Dahl will play this one in deep. Jack is there. Pulls out a nice play. Can pull that off a center there. Scores! I think that one off Paling. Oh, it was seeing eye. Trickled into the back of the net. And we're tied at 2.
That might have caught the defender as well. I'm not sure. Saw one of the defenders, one of Lakeville South, talking to his goaltender as if to say, sorry, bro, that went off of me. But either way, they get one back very quickly.
Maybe Jack took that one on his own, but I thought Paling looked like he hit it, but we'll find out.
Possibly, yeah. Couple guys very close proximity there. Either way, it went off somebody, and it went down between the goal pads and just slid down that channel and into the net.
Gibbons plays the body there. Cougars look to pull this one away.
Finishing the Cougars scoring, Ashton Downs from Tanner Ludke and Aiden Willis.
That one's blocked away.
For the Panthers at 15-19. His second goal of the game, number 18, Luke Jack.
Jack gets his second of the game.
So he shot
Brunello
that.
on assist. Here comes Willis across the line. Holds and shoots. Save. Rebound. Oh, nice pad save. Throwing the pillow there was Jock. Terrific stuff.
So Jack did shoot that from the bottom of the face-off circle. And by that indication, it went off of the South's player.
Brunello scores! Entry shelf 3-2 Panthers.
Wow, what a snipe. That's our in the clubhouse right there. That's a leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah, that is the leader.
For the snipe of the game.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Perfect call.
I tell you what, that was a tremendous shot. Blocker side, and boy, if they reverse this one very quickly. They are down 2-1. They catch a break in front of the net off a deflection, and then this one was just pure beauty. A snipe over the blocker.
Johnson with it now, plays this one rink wide. Gensel's checked on the play. Over to the near side for Johnson. He'll carry this one deep. Johnson's watch to the corner. Knocked away there by Jock. We have 28 to go in the period. What a period it's been. Gensel plays this one in, back and around. They'll play the body off the far side as the Cougars forecheck. Gensel snapper, blocker pad save, turned aside. Read neatly there by the goaltender Finn Jocks. Now it's going to be Gensel with it. He'll gather up behind his net for Portner. Portner looks ahead, up ice. Pokes that over to the near boards. What a period.
Well, no lack of scoring in that one. And some lead changes back and forth, so pretty exciting game.
I mean, it's like the Daytona 500 with the lead changes, right? Now we're just waiting for the big wreck, the big one they call it. Wow, what a period. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get you caught up to speed on what we just observed here in this hockey game. It's been a good one. Panthers and Cougars, with the Panthers of Lakeville North leading 3-2 on the Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota, right here on KARE 11, KARE11.com.
The history of Tradition Capital Bank goes back to 2005. There were a couple different companies in existence already, Tradition Mortgage and Tradition Wealth Management. And I had known Eric Hendrickson, the president of Tradition Mortgage. Another gentleman by the name of Reed Evenson knew a gentleman by the name of Tip Ennebeck and said, hey, how cool would it be to start a bank someday to really serve our clients, not only on the mortgage side of things, not only on the wealth management side of the business, but to have a bank that can serve all their needs. And so we literally, with a group of investors back in 2005, $10 million of capital, started Tradition Capital Bank. Since 2005, we've grown every year, year over year, just taking care of clients through relationships. We're all about relationships at Tradition, and we want to take care of our clients well. We started with $10 million in capital, and 15 years later, coming into our 15th year of business, we are now an $850 million bank that has a business banking division that serves small business clients. We have a private banking division that serves clients individually. And we also have a construction development and mortgage business that works nicely with our other companies, providing housing to thousands of people year over year. At Tradition, we're a high-touch, high-tech bank. And what I mean by that is we have one-on-one relationships with all of our clients. When you walk in, we know you by name. Yet, when it's Saturday night and you're working on things, you can do online banking, mobile banking, and have access to all of the technology that all the big banks have to offer. So you get the best of both worlds, high touch, high tech.
And we welcome you back to the Hasse Arena in Lakeville, Minnesota. Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota, right here with MNHockey.tv, KARE 11, KARE 11 apps, and KARE11.com. Thanks for joining us here. Coverage presented by TRIA City and County Credit Union, St. Cloud State, Sniper's Edge Hockey, and of course, our title sponsor, Tradition Companies. Let's take a look now at the goals that were scored in that period. First, it's going to be led off by a goal that was scored, almost a seeing eye type of tally, by Lakeville North's Ben Portner, Lakeville South's Ben Portner, as he puts his club up 1-0 on the power play. You'll watch this one. Speed that one up a little bit, Maddie. So Portner here will take it. He walked everybody with him and worked it through traffic, and it's 1-0. Then shortly thereafter, that goal was scored in the second period after 0-0 first. Actually, it was Tate Pritchard from Ben Portner. That at 4:24. Then at 6:47, Luke Check would score on this entry off the power play. If you could pull that all the way back from the far zone, Matt Harrington. Okay, we'll go there instead. But it was a terrific outlet, and that made the score 1-1. Lakeville South would answer again at 14:49 as Ashton Doms would score on the power play for the Cougars, assisted by Tanner Lutke and Aiden Willis. And we'll take a peek at this one here eventually. Well, it was a good goal. And then obviously then it was Wesley Brunello who would score. There's a shot that went in. That was the goal we were talking about by Ashton Doms. That went in off the pad and into the back of the goal. We'll see this right here as they work it from high down low. They go back against the grain. You'll watch this will work its way, and there he is. He just punches that one in, and there it is for the 2-2 tie, or 2-1 lead. And then Lakeville North will score again. We're going to get ready here to start. There was a good look at some of the goals, and the fact is we're going to have an opportunity for a Sniper's Edge snipe of the game off of the go-ahead goal late here in the third period. As we've got a beauty, it's 3-2 in favor of the Lakeville North Panthers. A road game, if you will, as obviously they are not at home. They're usually in their arena, which is, of course, Lakeville Ames. Or check that, Lakeville's Schmitz Arena. Huge crowd here assembled tonight. Plenty of power play opportunities for these two teams, and we've seen some great stuff through the neutral zone. Along the way, on the power plays, there have been plenty. So far, 9 power plays have been doled out for each of these teams. Finn Jock has seen a total of 10 shots on goal from the 14 shots on goal from the Lakeville South Panthers. And Jack Hochsprung has seen a total of 10. The Cougar goaltender has seen 10 shots. Meanwhile, Jock has seen 14 along the way for him. Mike Greenlay will be joining us back here in the booth. Well, here we go. What do we expect here? Wide open?
Well,
tight checking.
We had a 0-0 tight checking first period, marred by penalties. I don't want to say marred by penalties, but maybe accentuated by penalties.
Yeah.
Second period, much of the same, except they actually connected on five shots, which was an exact flip-flop of what we saw in the first.
And there's 24 combined on goal in the game.
Yeah, so
their percentage as a whole between the two groups very high.
So I don't know what to expect, honestly, Pete. That's what makes it so much fun, is the unknown.
We don't know. We clearly don't know. So here we go. We're going to wind it up for the third period. Cougars win the draw. They've been very good at the face-off circle. There haven't been a ton here tonight except for goals and penalties. It's been, real good. Not a lot of icing calls along the way. Shot from the slot. Oh, that one might have hit the glove of Jock as he came out and challenged Gensel and brought down another penalty coming up. This one now will be Ennebeck. That's going to go for a trip early on here in the third period.
Willis heading off. Ennebeck got dumped, slid all the way on that fresh ice to center. And so Lakeville North, again, on the power play.
He got dumped.
Yes. He got chopped.
I guess I need a new prescription. So Willis goes for a trip. Klein puts that down into the corner. There's a check thrown off the near boards. Klein, Brunello to his right. Now Doms will force him wide of the mark. Played back in behind. Now it's going to be Paling with it. Now Brunello, wrister. That's blocked off the gear of Johnson. Rattles off the side of the net. Now Paling comes away with it. Glove down by Brunello. Oh, on comes Klein. Wrister. Oh, net was open. Oh, nice job to block that, Johnson. Goaltender lost his stick. Now it's Brunello with it. And that's deflected up and out of play. But wow, what a chance there. And nice job by Johnson, Mike, to get over and cover up that space.
Puck was sitting there dangerously, and everyone was grabbing a body.
Ennebeck with it. Knocks this one down the wall. Gloves it down from the point, will walk and leave that one over to the right side for Hurd. Hurd watched on the play by Pritchard, and they're going to send that one the length of the ice, wide of Jock. 43 to go. Now it's going to be picked up by Portner. Portner watched by Edebeck. That's off the stick of the Panthers' Wyatt Albrecht. And it's going to be Camilli that plays that over for Hurd, who's going to guide that one in on the backhand behind the net. Sent back around, rung the wall. Edebeck waits on it, kicks that down the rail, tries to get it back. Nice job to pinch, kept that one away from Portner, who wanted to go off to the races. Cougars control, they find an opening and send it back down. Jock quickly back up ice, and they're going to take that all the way down.
Well, it was fired into the offensive zone by the goaltender. They just didn't get out quick enough. When they touched it intentionally, it sends it all the way back. Only 5 seconds left on the power play.
So it'll be 5-on-5 when those tick off. Win by the Panthers. Connick ahead, he goes to Brodeen. Cougars are now at full strength. There's a save. Steered aside by Hawksprung. Up through center. Willis will take that feed from Lafferty. In front to Lutke. Turns. Oh, nice save. Scores! Oh, good hands by Aiden Willis down low. Stayed with it. We're tied at 3.
Well, right off the face-off, ends up being a race for the puck. It just gets tossed to the front and redirected in. Got to get the puck to the goal mouth, and we've seen a couple goals in this game just because of that reason.
Quick hands there, too, to make that happen. Oland across the line. Stone King stopped on the play. Dahl was there. Now it's going to be Gibbons to play around to the near wall. Panthers through center. Jack now has 2 on the night. Dahl to Jack. Now Paling from the corner. That's kicked away. Griffin the slapper. Blocker padded up and out of play. Hawksprung was there to see it through the screen.
All knotted off at 3. Would you have anything less than this?
No. It's lived up to everything we thought it would be. The energy in the building's been absolutely terrific. Started a little bit sleepy, to be fair, right? And it's just...
Absolutely. A lot of caution, but
yep.
Caution to the wind in the last period.
They're going for it now. Long pass ahead. Gensel guides that back in. Brunello behind the net. Puts on the brakes as he's watched on the play by Pritchard. Nice check there. Shiver their man off the puck. Back up through center. That was Kyle Dahl with the body there. Now Johnson through center. Nice work off the check. Pritchard shot. Save Jock. Firm stick save there. Here comes Dahl. He has Paling open left wing side. Straight up the middle. Sauce to Paling. Just missed the mark.
Is that another 3-on-1 that just didn't connect?
Another 3-on-1 that got a bit linear, I would say. Correct.
Got to have one guy driving hard or trailing back or get wide, but they're staying in one line there, and it's just giving the defender an easier opportunity to break that play up.
I don't think I've seen this many 3-on-1s in a game in a long time. Any level. Back in behind the net it goes. Hurd for Camilli. I'm not complaining either. Lutke. Brosh is there with him. Hurd comes down. Now Willis from the corner. Short angle. Oh, that hit the post and kind of feathered its way off the crossbar and stays out. Patterson to center. Hurd is there. Gets away from a Lutke and Willis check, or Pritchard check rather. And now from the high slot, shot, blocker, pad, save, rebound. Turned aside. Hawksprung was there from the side of the cage. He had to stay in position. Goes down and covers.
Chances are becoming more significant here. Nice rebound attempt there by Lakeville North. And again, created by an initial shot from distance.
Panthers get the draw. Back in behind Albrecht. Connick. Oh, what a save. Hochsprung. That was beautiful. Wow. That was a straight reaction, Mike.
Well, that's a great save right there, and that's how you keep your team in it.
Albrecht the draw. Connick gathers and plays back behind the net. Nice job to play that one away from traffic. Now the Panthers will play that one up to the line. Griffin was there. He muscled its way to center. Olin was there, but the Panthers wait up, and they're just offside at the line. Little quick there. That was indeed offside, but by an eyelash.
Yeah, and you know what? That was... He eluded two players who were trying to push the puck down the ice, and then he went offside. That could have been interesting both ways. That's a dangerous area to be dangling with the puck, is that blue line.
It's what is that? High risk glove save off it. Rebound by Portner. Now Jack from the right wing side. Gensel reads that sauce, but it's picked up. Nice play by Paling to keep it away. That's sent back down by Klein. Off the glass to center. Now Dahl with it. Goes rink wide to Brunello. And sent back in. Gensel will retreat with Paling on him. And we have a whistle on the play. 11:22 to go here in the third period. Next week we've got a great game, Mike. We'll be at one of my favorite rinks in Minnesota, the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. And it's a crosstown rivalry. Getting the theme here. It's going to be Stillwater and Matamidi.
I don't mind that at all.
What's that?
That'll be good.
Yeah, it's really going to be good. The Matamidi Zephyrs among the top Class A teams in the state. Craig Zannon's got his Stillwater Ponies playing a great brand of heavy hockey, yet with skill. They got one of the better players in Cam Briere on that roster. Looking forward to seeing him unveiled for the first time on Hockey Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota. That's going to be a dandy. Offside at the line again. Also, I mentioned during the break, don't forget about the Edina Holiday Classic. All of those games can be seen on the mnhockey.tv. Grand Rapids, Edina, Elk River, and Eden Prairie playing in a round robin. Total of 6 games, high-end. JV games will be going as well. Looking forward to having you all on board for that weekend. It's always been special. I think I've been a part of just about every one, some way, somehow, since 1982. It's their 40th anniversary. Brash will send that one back in behind the net. Ludke is there. Nice job to cut away from traffic. So strong on the puck, Mike. They catch him at the line there.
He does rag that puck really well. Keeps control of it. That time just went offside, but he's a catalyst out there for sure. When he has that puck, boy, it's he backs players off. That's how good he is, and
you have to respect it, right?
Yeah, when you see a player that can back forecheckers off, that's a guy who you know can make you look silly if you do any lunging out there.
Lafferty tosses that one in on goal as that's hung on to by Jock. Olin now.
And you know what? Is that Stone King going off? Because he went after the puck, and actually the puck was under Brodeen's skate, I believe. And so it was one of those types of plays that you could have gone either way with it.
They put the T in ticky-tack in my book.
It's that one was a tough one. But I don't know if he actually hit the puck or not. And if he caught him in the ankle,
I don't even know if I saw the stick hit the skate.
No, hard to say. It hit something, but if it didn't hit the puck, that's probably why he was able to send him to the bin.
Here we go, power play for the Panthers. 9:50 to go in the period, 1:45 of power play time. Third period, Dahl will pull this one into the corner. He's going to be forced. Check's thrown. Jack is down there. Now it's going to be handled by Brunello. Over to the right wing. Klein with it. Plays that one in front. There's a wrister. Dahl tried to go high, blocker. Nothing there. That hits a man on the way out. That's going to be Willis. Tried to play that one through. Brunello loses the handle. Nice play by Willis to muscle him off as Klein will regroup back in his own zone. It'll be Brunello to take over. Now finds Jack, touch pass to the near wing for Klein. Klein from the off wing tried to find Dahl. And that's thrown past Brunello. Pritchard's going to force the issue on Jock, who's going to have to make a play. And he does over to the near side for Brunello.
Ooh, boy. Oh, man. Goaltender in the corner playing the puck.
My word.
Player on the half wall firing it across the crease. Oh, my.
And the puck was on end, moving all over the place. Now it's Jack with it. Jack turns away from traffic. Nice controlled forward here. Played back in by Brosh. Now it's to the corner. Albrecht was there. And with 20 seconds, it's sent right back into the Panthers zone. Here they come through center. Albrecht across the line. Now Camilli holds and shoots. That's going to be off the gear of Sender. Now it's run around the wall by Patterson. Cougars are even. We're 5-on-5 as Stone King's out of the box. Portner now across the line, 3-on-3. That one wide of the mark. Now it's Sender with it. His shot's deflected. Rolls up off the end wall. Down low, it's Miller. Try to find Portner. Now it's Patterson. Pushes back in behind. Stone King is there. Try to knock it to center. That one's played back by Brosh. Camilli is there. He's got some players with him over to the right wing. That's Zetterback. Albrecht with him across the line. Holds and shoots. There's a glove save made by Hochsprung as he'll hang on. We'll face it off. We're midway through the period now. A little over, 7.5 to go. So it's decently tightened up here a little bit defensively for these teams.
We'll see if the marching to the penalty box ceases as well.
From the end wall. Quick shot. Ooh, that one came off the stick of Brodin in a hurry. Griffin back into his own zone. And that's going to be an icing call. Back into Cougar territory we go. Cougars now back in behind the net. Lucky. Left wing side. Back in across the line. They edge around for the wraparound. That one's stopped by Jock. They had Willis trolling. In front slot. Dom scores! Guy's a veteran. Good hands. Mike knows exactly what to do with it.
The puck was mismanaged in their own end. Lakeville North just tossed it around the other side of the net, and the South player was waiting for it. Got it right to the slot, and boy, that one was in a hurry. That's the last player you want to put it on the tape of in the slot.
Across the line they go with it. Now Ernst. Checked by Hurd. Well, that's 7 for Doms at this stage. He's off to a nice start for his Cougar edition. Right wing feed. Here comes a chance in front. Hawksprung knocks that away from Dahl. They'll fish that one down low. Ennebeck comes over from the left point to push that back into the corner. Now the Panthers go to work with the cycle out of the corner, but Cougars defense that neatly. Checked on the play out of the zone was Ernst.
Penalty here to Lakeville North. So I guess they have not relented in the march to the penalty box.
They're not listening to us up here.
No,
are they?
Who would?
Right. Exactly. Cougars now with a chance to go up by 2. Nobody's led by more than 1. Had multiple lead changes here. Willis up for Johnson. Dom cycles down low. Now it's going to be Willis. Johnson whipping it around. Impressively, Johnson, the quick slapper, blocker pad save. Numbers back. Here they go. Brosh with it, but the back pressure is impressive. Brosh, he just missed the mark. Why not? There's a shot that's turned aside by Hawksprung, and it's going to be played in deep by Spencer Brosh. Brosh lost his stick. He's going to have to hustle to the bench here. Maybe play the body. Does. Forces the turnover. They nearly had a play back the other way. Wow, what a shift. Willis across the line. Miller's shot. That's deflected off Griffin. Wide of the mark it goes. Cougars control. Back in behind the net. Lafferty comes away with it. Loads and shoots. Nice glove save. Jock just saw that all the way in. But how about Brosh off the rush? Still got when he missed that mark by about an inch or 2.
I love that back check, boy. Lakeville South knew that they had to hustle, and Lutke got back with a couple of others and at least forced that shot. There was not going to be a pass.
Kurt Giles always says you got to back check like someone stole your wallet. And that's exactly what Lutke was doing there. He was going and forced that into a non-issue. Lafferty. Gensel shot steered out of there by Jock. 52 to go in the power play. Glove down. That's controlled by Pritchard. Now it's Gensel. Goes back up high. They slap her. That's pad save rebound. 2 good saves there by Jock. Tries to cover. Squeezes together the pillows. Keeps it out of the back of the net.
Couple of very good saves. One through a screen, another on a rebound. As the power play continues. 40 seconds left.
New set of power play unit on. Johnson gloves it down. Brosh was there. Now Lutke. Backdoor kick toward the goal mouth area. Dom just try to find a way. Now it's Willis with it. From the end line they go. Now it's Brosh with it. Finds an opening, chips it ahead. It's going to be stopped by Hawksprung. Off the boards to center. Lutke is there. Klein turns and shoots that one down. Now Johnson with it. He'll carry this one up ice, straight up the middle. Panthers kill that one. Now they can go back to work 5-on-5, trailing by 1, looking to extend. That one's off the boards. Brunello to center. Klein positions himself with Sender. Dahl was there. Now it's going to be Jack from the skate off the boards. Knocked away from Johnson, back in behind the net. Sender was there. Nice protection there. And now it's going to be gathered and played back up ice. Nifty move there by Lutke. Calmly, fan on that one. And that got underneath the stick of Jack. Now Lutke, short side, misses the mark. Pritchard back in behind. 3.5 to go. Now it's Brunello. Nifty Hasse going there. Right wing. Through center they go. Cross the line. Ennebeck with speed plays this one back to the corner behind the net. Klein tried to find some real estate. Knocked away from Sender. They look back to the left wing side. Jack brought it all the way up. It got knocked out of the zone by Pritchard. Nice play by him. Portner to Pritchard. Stood up on the play by Ennebeck. Puck is going to be handled now by Jack through center. They go. Gathered and played off the boards. That was Patterson. Portner for Ernst. Ernst, a shot. Scores! Oh! Ernst caught a shallow angle there on the goaltender. Far side off the stick and in. 5-3 Cougars.
Pretty strong game by North's goaltender, but that one might cost them. Sharp angle, low, shallow angle, whatever you want to call it, but it somehow found its way to the far side of the net.
I didn't think he thought he was going to shoot it from there.
It was. I mean, that's an angle that you typically don't score from, so
correct.
Maybe you don't expect a shot from there, but that's lesson number one. They can come from anywhere, right?
Get behind the net.
Yeah.
Right. Something called Michigan, I guess.
When guys started scoring from behind the net, that's when you had to start paying attention.
Right. You used to be in the safety zone there. No longer.
Yeah.
2.5. Griffin across the line. Panthers with a push here. Off the draw. Brodeen over the far side. They're going to pull Jock to the bench. They have an empty net. And to the back of the net it goes. And that's Doms for the 6-3 lead. It's fair to say the Cougars have won the third period.
No question.
You know, beyond that, it's an even game, no question.
But the score is not indicative of how close this game was.
Not even close. They just figured out that's the hat trick for Doms, by the way.
Well, it's a mass exodus now.
That'll help you. People would beat the traffic.
Beat the traffic. Well, I'm not leaving just yet.
Exactly. Sorry.
I'm not following them out.
Yeah, no. Disappearing into the crowd.
That would be rude.
It would be classic, but it would be rude. Now Miller across the line for the Cougars, not stopping moving their feet as the clock winds itself to 2:05. 6-3 the score. Panthers through center. Now Paling takes over across the line. In on goal, Hawksprung the save. He'll hang on.
Well, some scores to settle. Now that the other score seems to be that way.
Well, and they'll get to see each other a little bit later on in the season as well, so you save it for then too if you want, right? Take it back down into the Cougar zone. Fun hockey game, though, between these two teams. Off the draw, down low, they go with it. Na's going to join Ennebeck on the blue line for the Panthers. Also up front, we see Tyler Arneson's in the house along with Caden St. John. They had themselves a nice chance off the faceoff. Ernst to center. Na will watch his man. Pritchard goes inside out. Now it's going to be Sender to play back in behind. Ennebeck. Now St. John is there. Taken away. Back up through center by Portner. Portner with it. Picks his way across the line. Runs into Na on the play. Arneson there now. Comes away to the line. Sender back to Pritchard. now. Bumped on the play, plays that back behind for Ennebeck all the way around for Arneson. Arneson tries to fish to the neutral. Connick loses his stick in the process. Now it's Portner, loads and shoots. Nope. Knocked away from him. Connick brings him down on the play. 52 seconds to go in the period. Shot in on goal. As that's hung on to by Finn Jock. Don't forget to stick with us at the end of the game. We're going to have the Tradition Company's player of the game. I think we know who that's going to be. And also we have the snipe of the game, and I think Mike called the leader in the clubhouse in the second period. We'll probably see that one too.
I think we should. That one was a significant goal.
Really brought some energy into the building, and right toward the end of the second period, through center, Gensel is there. It's going to be taken over by Johnson. Beaujolais plays that one in. Colbeck is there, also joining the fray. Was Owen Scheffel. Now it's 22 seconds. Back in behind the net. Hurd was there. Kranz, Gensel pinches on him. Klein with behind the net. Klein will try to spring Krantz. They nearly found him, but that was going to be knocked away by Gensel. With 5 to go, that's going to be really elementary here the rest of the way, and that'll do it for the hockey game. As the Cougars cruise on to a 6-3 win. Really impressive third period.
Well, just took advantage of a couple of opportunities and got the empty netter as well.
Indeed they did. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll go through the Tradition Company's player of the game and the Sniper's Edge hockey snipe of the game in a couple of minutes. Back with more right after this. And we welcome you back to the Hasse Arena. They're filing out, tons of people here. It's absolutely packed. It's an amazing night. The Cougars win by a score of 6-3, and we'll take care of some business here. First of all, the Tradition Company's player of the game will go to Lakeville South's big-time goal scorer. It's going to be number 22, Ashton Doms, as he picks up 3. Now has 9 on the season. Scored a big one, which would be the game winner as well, and the empty netter.
Yeah, he was a factor. He's a solid player, plenty of size to him, and it's tough to slow a guy like that down when he wants to go to the net.
And we're going to take a look at the Sniper's Edge hockey snipe of the game. Wesley Brunello, late in the third period for Lakeville North.
Well, watch where he shoots this one from. It's just inside the dot, and he finds over the blocker. What a snipe. That's a pretty good shot to find the corner of the net from there.
It's really the spirit of the award, right there.
It is, right there.
That's terrific. So good stuff there. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be at the Stillwater Valley Rec Center, crosstown rivalry, Matamidi and Stillwater. It's both their home rink. It's got vibe. It's got passion. Both really good hockey teams. We're going to see the best goaltender in the state. I think he is the best I've seen. Now we'll see, right? Ben Dardis, we'll see what he does for us, but I think you'll enjoy his play. And, Greg Zana's got his team playing with skill and with some grit and heaviness. They play a really well-rounded game, so it's going to be...
And I'll bet you they're blocking shots, too.
Oh, like madmen. Don't worry. Absolutely.
All he has to do is show tape of him playing.
I think he does. So, there you go. Great guy, too. He's doing a great job with that program. Jeff Polschel, a longtime coach, so I'm really excited to get into that one. Don't forget the Edina Holiday Classic. If you have the MNHockey.tv season pass, you'll get all of those games, varsity and JV. And then if you don't, we've bundled it together into a $24.95 weekend pass for you to grab as well. Or you can get the single games for $9.95. It's going to be a great weekend of hockey. We look forward to that. Looking forward to getting together with you again, Mike, next weekend as we're kind of crisscrossing the metro.
I like when you crisscross towards my neighborhood.
I know. I knew you'd love that one. When I put that down, I go, ooh, he's going to love this one. Right in the backyard.
You got to throw one out east every once in a while.
Absolutely. And once again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors that have been a part of our season so far this year here with the Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota. Of course, we're speaking about Sniper's Edge Hockey, City and County Credit Union, St. Cloud State University, TRIA, and of course our on-air partners in Care 11 doing a great job promoting and marketing all of our games, taking our highlights, bringing it to another level, and letting all of you know that we're out here covering high school hockey, the greatest high school sport in the world. For Mike Greenlay, our entire crew here, I'm Pete Wagner. Good night, everybody.